The only person that enjoys this privilege you're talking about for who you are is the person that she chooses.
Yeah, that's what I'm
If she
saying.
didn't choose you, you can't win her for who you are.
That's
Because
what
who
I'm saying.
you are, she don't want.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She don't want who you are.
So, talking about love, have any of you been in love before?
Yeah, we all have been in love. I've been in and out of love. So we all have been in love myself. Like I said, I still, would say my first love is actually the love I experienced as was something unique, something this world. Should I say I've not experienced in this world. And it's an eye opener to the whole love thing and relationship thing I continue to have um, as we go by. Although I came across her sometimes, and that connection is still. That's why I said you can't. Most people can't get over there, but you can't get
Can't
over
beat
there.
the first love.
Yeah,
Well, for me, my first love was actually interesting. It was like more like a childish something. We are just little kids, or not little with maybe puberty age, something like that. Yeah. It was fun. I enjoyed it, but my greatest love was not my first love. The love that I enjoyed most, it was not my first love. That's for me. That's for
yeah.
me.
I was actually really really genuine with my. I really wanted it to grow. That's I guess stories I've heard over time. People that have actually
Enjoyed the
started
love.
from the bottom, grow to where they are today. I really you know
I've seen the kind of what you're saying. I've seen it before. Like my friend, there's my friend. I won't mention his name, but his story is just like yours. His first love was his best love. Like he would say, they were just genuine.
they are not
Nothing.
married.
They didn't marry.
No, no, I've seen like my own situation I had in mind was like this is like the person I actually wanted to, build, grow up together, and eventually get married. That's like what I had in mind. I don't know about her, but
Yeah.
when I actually met her, she was like, when they say love at first sight,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I experienced that. Although I've before her there was somebody, but we didn't really get to,
Know each other very well.
yeah, get into that relationship. We're just friends. That attraction was there, but we didn't really start a relationship or anything. But this relationship started with her, and it's stuck, and it's something I really wanted to, but it didn't happen. So I don't really know why it was.
Sometimes, yeah.
I really wanted more, but for her, it was crazy though.
So, my bro, you made mention of your first love not being
Best love.
your best love. So, I think it was because of the experience. And why did you say that actually?
Me, I believe that in love, there are things that you must have felt during the relationship that made it special. For instance, the one my first love, like I said, it was more like a childish something. There was nothing serious, just nothing serious actually. But with the one that I was intentional about, that was actually my best love because I was into it, and I can see that she also was into it. But then things happen. We didn't end up together. If I had my way, I would have married her. I'm not gonna lie. If I had known what I know today, I would have married again. But then
Okay, that's
things
nice.
happen.
So, in one sentence, how would you define love?
How would I define love in one sentence? I would say love is caring about someone without asking for anything in return. Literally.
For me, I would say love is trust, or trust is love. I would say that because when you trust somebody, you give room for that person in your heart. When you trust person, you go the extra mile for that person. When there's trust in love, you go the extra mile for that person. So I just feel love is trust for me. So that's what I just feel. Once you don't trust this person, you start doubting, you start questioning, you start feeling. you wouldn't want to open your heart to this person. You want to communicate. You want to give them relevant information because you don't trust the person. So I feel once you trust somebody, you can equally love the person. So that's love for me.
So if you get to find yourself in a situation whereby you're in love with someone, but the person is not giving back the energy and the person is in love with someone else and you are aware of that. So how will you get to handle that?
Um,
That's
I don't know if you've seen Nigel or even animals tries to get the opposite sex. This is the attraction. So we are attracted to different things. My own kind of woman might be different from the kind of woman this guy likes.
Yeah, but I'm not like there are some cases like whereby you are actually in love with someone, but she's not giving the energy. I'm not talking about this guy in particular. Like you just find yourself in cases like that.
I'm trying to explain that. So you might actually like this person, she sees that, but way beyond that, fine, it might be a good guy, cool guy, but is she
That's
sexually
not what she
attracted?
wants.
Yeah, she's actually she might be attracted to a tall guy, the person attracted to a fair guy. But this criteria.
They count.
Yeah. So she might actually be in love with someone she actually does really like.
Yeah.
And you also trying to love this person. You might giving your best to really, really love this person or show this person. If possible, you might win the person's heart in the long run.
But I
You-
feel like trying to love someone who is in love with another person is pointless. You'll be punishing yourself.
Yeah, no, yeah,
You'll
of
be
course,
punishing
of course,
yourself
man.
because the girl will end up. There is this saying that you might fox is it a horse
To the
to the stream, or you cannot force it to drink water.
Yeah.
If at all you try to convince the girl to start loving you because of maybe you are giving her money consistently or that you are sexually active, one thing or the other that you use to convince her, if any of those things fail, you still lose her
Yeah.
because you were never her choice.
Sure. I agree with you. I agree with you that.
So for me, I think it's a very difficult situation to be in. So my
I agree with
advice to anyone who is in love with someone else and knowing too well that that someone else is in love with someone is to try and heal.
Yeah, of course. I was trying to get to that place. That's why I said, have you seen Najio? Because
It's tough.
there might be a female, should I say, female lion?
I've seen that in dolphins.
Yeah, dolphins
I've
trying
seen
to
the documentary
trying to
of-
win
yeah.
the opposite sex. You see, the man is trying his best to,
But she's in love with another one.
maybe she's in love with the other pride or whatever.
Yeah.
The other guy.
I've seen
might
it before.
try his- In some situations, you might win this person's heart. You get.
You know, if you win
No,
the
no,
heart,
I'm coming,
you can
I'm coming,
win the
I'm
moment
coming.
and the body.
I'm coming. In some situation, you might win because this is like love of. Should I say love of attraction? I don't know if that is making sense in this situation. Love of attraction might actually win this person. But in some situations, if it's a situation that this person knows what she wants, or this person knows what he wants, or this is the girl I really want, or this is the guy I really want, so it's pointless you put in effort, that kind of thing. So you just have to like draw back and accept the situation that this person is in love with whoever he or she. But there's no harm in trying. There's no harm in trying.
Like trying that can't you just do
There's no harm. For me, there's no harm in
You're
trying.
kidding yourself.
There's no harm in trying. But once you see this person is flirting with this person, so just back out from
You're
that.
kidding yourself. Someone that is already made it clear to you that if at all you don't know that he or she is in love with someone else, but you're just trying your best, you might assume that they're just playing hard to get or something like that. But if you already know that they're in love with somebody else and you are still pushing, you are doing yourself. Because eventually, if you win them with maybe something that they like, and with that you are able to win their attention for a moment, you keep working 2 times, 10 times harder to keep providing those things. Because the day that thing ceases to flow, that's the same day their attention will cease to flow. So
Yeah, it depends on what you actually
That's the truth,
Means
my
you-
brother.
Yeah, I
It's a
get where you're coming
it's a hard thing to love someone that loves someone else.
Yeah,
It's pointless, actually, for me.
I get where
think
you're
it's
coming from. I
pointless.
get where you're coming from. I get where you're coming from. When see some situations it do happen like that.
But you guys still have
So
that
if it's
before
you meet this person with money, you have to keep winning like half the money.
With money.
If you can still meet this person genuinely for who you are, like I could say to this music, I said,
The only person that enjoys this privilege you are talking about for who you are is the person that she chooses.
Yeah, that's what I'm
If she
saying.
didn't choose you, you can't win her for who you are.
That's
Because who
what I'm
you
saying.
are, she don't want.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She don't want who you
If
are.
she's not attracted for you are,
Yeah.
so
You just have to go and look for them. There is one time I was in a taxi going to somewhere. So the taxi man was actually, we saw, I can't remember exactly what we saw. Then the taxi man started advising, because he's an elderly man. He started advising us, saying that he made a great mistake when he was choosing a life partner. He said that before he got married, that when he took his wife to be to his mom,
okay.
that when the mom saw the two of them, he gave him an advice after the girl left. He told him that the worst thing he would make, the worst mistake he would make is to settle down with a woman that does not love him for who he is. Because he will keep working hard to please that woman all the days of his life.
Yeah, I agree with you.
He said that the mom told him that he should rather marry the woman that loves him than the woman that he loves. Because as a man, he might choose one day to start loving the woman. And he will do well in it. But for a woman, once she don't love you, forget it. You can't change her mind.
Yeah, I've actually
She might play along for a while, but